Hello. I'm making a video today in my apartment. I am by no means a tech whiz. However, I can navigate my way around most things, laptops, devices, etc, etc. It has long been an ambition of mine to have a projector style cinema setup for the apartment and for like desert camping and stuff like that. So, Amazon Prime Day, temporary membership at Prime, must remember to cancel it before I start getting charged for it. Projector and projector screen, along with a couple of other things. We're going to see how long it takes for me to get this unpacked and set up. I have still in up a projector screen, as you can see there. I have a multi-tool, a Leatherman, and I have unboxed the NEBULA by ANKER. ANKER is a brand I quite like. This is very highly reviewed. It's a speaker box as well as a projector. Bluetoothy type thing going on. Just stick a USB in the back, high definition movies. I think it plays to 720. I don't think I want to say 1080. But anyway, it's been well reviewed, and it does work. That's why it's unboxed. I did just want to check it did at least have a bit of battery power, so it does. However, it has to be matched up with this 100-inch screen. So, I should be setting a timer, how long it takes. I should be updating during the process of creating my indoor cinema experience. And obviously the most important thing, just get that tuft of hair down please, thank you very much. The most important thing, should be checking how sweaty I become whilst doing it. At the minute, I'm pretty much sweat free, bit on the forehead, but minimal. How sweaty will I be by the time I've got this lot set up? I wonder. So, I'll not film me doing it, because that would require stands, tripods, time lapses, all sorts of stuff I'm unwilling to dive into. But I will unbox the projector, get the projector up. I shall watch a YouTube clip on how to get this NEBULA thing going. And then we'll come back and we'll see how long it's taken. Right, so we're at 3 minutes here. I'm going to stop. I'm going to set a recorder. You'll just have to trust me on that. And we'll see how we get on. Right, laters. Close, please. 27. I'm calling it 35. We're up to 50 now. Projector's up. Not a little bit of help off Sue. That's for different these. Seems to be done. Sue, can we just you hold it. What was it? Top corner. Right, 100 inches. There you go. Sweating a little bit. Not too bad though. So that's it. It takes up considerably more space than I anticipated. However, the next stage is to sync up the nebulas. See if we can be movie ready within an hour. I think we will. I think we'll get the nebulas up and running in about 5 minutes. So that's the screen. The idea of one person putting that up, dream on. Not easily, that's for sure. That was a tough 2-person job. Had it been me without Sue's assistance, I think it would be safe to say this would have been out the window, off the balcony, and in about 100 pieces in the middle of Al Jaffa Street. However, it is up. Will it function? Let's find out. Well, we're back again, and well, now I thought it would take about 5 minutes to get this nebula set up. It's taking a bit longer than that. We're probably approaching the hour mark, I think. So took 27 minutes to get the screen. The screen is not perfect. I think it's just that it was put up in a hurry. I think maybe the second time the parts fit a bit together, but probably fit together a bit more easily, and I think it's fine. This is a nebula. I've had to mount it on a tripod because otherwise I don't think there's a chance you could put it on a table or something like that, but I think it would be a bit tough to do so. Now, I've got to say, the nebula is running like on literally, I think, 5% battery power. So the picture's not very bright. I'm not massively impressed at the minute. I've got to say, I was expecting a bit more, I don't know, oomph on the screen, contrast. I mean, it's watchable, certainly, if I just play it maybe. So I got it up to about the required ratio, 6:9. Of course, you get another remote control, which I'll look forward to losing in a few days' time. Absolutely classic scene of a modern day classic movie.
What do we have here? I've got a baby.
And you can see actually there's quite a big gap at the top of the screen. So I'm just trying to move it back to project a bit bigger.
This girl's gonna get home safe tonight. I hope these assholes like hospital food.
So the speaker's built within the projector, and that's basically, it's a bit like when I've seen them. It's a bit like when I've seen them projecting on a wall. It like loses a bit of its contrast. It could be because we're down to like 5% power. So what I'll do is I'll charge it up fully and come back. Also, there's a tiny bit of ambient. I mean, we've got blackout curtains here, but there is a little bit of ambient light gets in. But
A girl alone on a bus at night. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid, right?
Guys.
What are you still doing here, old man?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
what a line. Right, hello. So, we're fully charged Nebula. We've got a lot less ambient light because the sun's actually set. It's night time. Should probably just show you very quickly. This is the screen abort. It's dead simple. It's just aluminium tubing, and then it fits together with these like little plastic doohickeys. And then there's a screen pulled over it. Okay. There seems to be a bit of a curvature in the screen. I'm not sure if that's intended or not. I know that if it's for outdoor use, you're meant to pin it down with like tent pegs or something like that. So we haven't done that though. It's not necessary indoors. And once you turn the lights off, which I will do, you get a much better image. Right. So there we go. That's the screen ahead. We're coming up to the best scene probably in Nobody. Sorry to Warner Brothers or Sony Movies, whoever it is, I don't have the rights to this. I'm sure it'll get pulled because of that, but never mind. Coolest line ever.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
So that's basically stretched over the full width of the cinema screen. However, there's probably 10 inches at the top and maybe there's a few inches at the bottom. So it hasn't completely filled, but I guess that's all to do with ratios, and I'm quite happy to have more of like a widescreen thing going on. So the Nebula itself, that's it, about the size of a 440 can of lager. It's a built-in speaker. I think if I was upgrading, which will probably you get to eventually, a couple of Bluetooth speakers at the front would be better than the internal speakers of the Nebula, but they're fine for indoor use. 100% they're okay. Like I said, the frame or the screen was put up in less than 30 minutes, 27 minutes, something like that. Would have been a bit tough if it was just me by myself. I got a bit of help from the good lady. So that was, I think probably I'll try to set it up solo next time. See if it's doable. I think it will be. If you get, you'll have to figure out a little way to do it, but you'll figure it, or I'll figure it. But good. I mean, great. Imagine camping or your backyard party, something like that. This is a great setup. There's no question. A couple of bean bags down there. You're absolutely laughing. And the picture quality is pretty good. Just to go back to it again, because this is probably the best scene in the movie. I don't know if you can see actually. So on the screen, there's just about, yeah, there's about, well, 6 inches at the top and then a couple of inches at the bottom that aren't quite full, but it takes up the full width of the screen. So it's like a widescreen experience. I go to plenty of cinemas these days that can't even get the ratios right for a cinema screen, so this isn't too bad. Oh, watch this. A great punch, this one. Bosh! Right through the back of his head. Mike Tyson special. That's pretty good though. That's a pretty good setup. It was Amazon Prime week. The screen cost about 250 dirhams, so that's about £50. The Nebula was reduced from 2,000 to 1,200. So that's around about £220, £230 maybe. That's pretty good. The screen came with things like guidelines and things. If you're using it outdoors, you can like pitch it into like turf or sand. It came even with sand, like sand pegs, which is pretty cool. Yeah, for beach, I guess, or for the desert. The other thing was, like, they did have other versions which were just like a tripod. But I think this was, I haven't tried the other ones, but I can't imagine them being better than this one, is what I would say. I think this is okay. As long as, I mean, with ambient light, it's garbage. Like, that's, you know, you wouldn't be able to watch that, not at all. But in the dark, it's almost, if I play it, because the brightness obviously alters. No, there's no way you could watch that. You'd need more of a specialist screen. Anyway, I won't rattle on too much. I'm more impressed with it, obviously, now that it's darker and it actually functions. Earlier on, it didn't really work so good. Douche. Ow. Whoa, boof. Donk. So you're not exactly getting the 100-inch, the full 100-inch screen, but you're getting the full width. And then I guess if you play with ratios, you might get it a bit different. Oh, there's one other thing. Obviously, probably for anybody who's used projectors, not even projectors like these, that I can move it closer, just auto focuses. And if I play it from here, right, maybe you've gone down to the equivalent of a 75-inch screen or something like that, but the contrast and the focus is improved dramatically. So, you know, I'm opting to use try to use the full width, but you know, if you don't need to, or it's just for like kids' parties, something like that, just go down to a 2/3 screen. This is a good little bit here. Ow! There you go. Right. Anyway, like I said, to avoid rattling on too much, I will just say, yeah, not bad. Hope this helps a little bit if you're thinking about getting one. So that was the Nebula 2. I think it was called the Nebula Max. And the screen, oh, I couldn't even tell you who made that, but it was just a Prime Day special. There you go. Right. Sayonara, suckers.